Today I'm going to be talking about the Venezuelan crisis and what we can learn from it. Venezuela used to be one of the richest countries on earth before. And why did it shrink? It is because Venezuela used to have a lot of oil. And Venezuela used to be one of the US most oil producing exporters. It used to export a lot of oil. Mostly it used to export only oil and nothing else also. And by exporting oil to the US and being US's most exporting oil production, being US's most oil productive country, it used to get a lot of dollars. And by getting a lot of dollars, it used to give its citizens pleasure. Like it used to literally throw money on its citizens because it was rich then, it and because of that, its citizens became lazy and stopped working. They literally stopped working, and because of that, more of the imports came in, and most of the exports stopped. Yes, what you're hearing is true. Most of the exports stopped. And because the only thing which was exporting was oil, and a lot of oil in that way, and as we know, the oil fertilization has stopped in Venezuela these days, and because of the oil bubble which has happened, the country's citizens were already lazy and they completely forgot hard work. And because of that, used because of that, most of the daily products which were used in Venezuela were imported. Yeah, there were more imports than exports, as I told you. So what happened is there were more imports in the country now. The exports have completely stopped because, as I said, most of the things which were exported was only oil. Only oil being exported and nothing else. So the exports have completely stopped. Once the exports have completely stopped, the GDP went down, the economy went down. So the only reason Venezuela was standing up and being the richest country on earth was oil. And now that oil has stopped, what will it do? Its economy has instantly gone down, its GDP per capita has instantly gone down. And the Venezuelan people were um, having severe cash shortage and they used to didn't have money. So what the Venezuelan government did is it just completely spread out money. Yeah, it threw money on citizens like just paper. And once it threw money like citizens on paper, they didn't have anything to buy in stores. There was nothing to buy in stores because everything was being imported in the country and they don't have any more dollars. They don't have any more dollars to bring food in. So that is the reason Venezuelans still today suffer malnourishment. There was no nourishment in the people. They were facing hunger issues. And what? And once we understand the Venezuelan crisis, what should we learn from the Venezuelan crisis? And sadly, in India, mostly the same thing is happening. Let me tell you why. What is the most thing happening is that there are more imports than exports. There are literally no exports going on in our country. There are more imports. Like look at this. Look around yourself and tell yourself what is going on. What are the things which you use in your daily life? Are they imported? Are they imported from another country or another country's brand? Is there any brand around your house which is only Indian? No. Let me tell you, if we buy a Coke and a Coke is a US company, and by that a Coke is 60 rupees, and the thing which happens is the 20 rupees, a Coke is 60 rupees, and 20 rupees comes to India, and the rest of the money goes to US. 20 rupees comes to the workers, which means India, and the other money goes to the US. So basically, we're bringing profit to another country. Yes, we are bringing profit to another country, and from years to years, India India is still a developing country. A developing country. Before we used to see things which were like made in India, but now we only have made in China, and there are even less made in Japan now, and there are highly less made in Japan and a bit more of made in US and made in China, mostly made in US and China. And the thing is, what we should start doing is we need to start our own exports. We need to start producing our own products. We need to start being entrepreneurs. We need to start exporting more. We need to start production. Once we start production, we need to start exporting. By exporting, our GDP per capita grows. Let me tell you, we only rely on IT. Karnataka, states like Karnataka or cities like Hyderabad rely on IT. What if the IT goes down? What if IT goes down? We don't have any go. We need a second go. Like states like Gujarat have started their own production. States like Gujarat, and if you in Kolkata too. There are a few made in India in states like Gujarat, Kolkata, and in states like Karnataka and mostly South India, we do not have any made in India. We only have made in China, we only have made in Japan. We have more imports. As we say, we have more imports. We need more exports. We need a high amount of exports than imports. And if we have more exports, our GDP per capita grows, our economy grows, and by economy growing, every citizen will get rich, and most of the citizens will get rich. And by getting rich, we'll solve poverty and we'll become a developed nation. So, what I'm telling you is, India needs to have more entrepreneurs. India needs to start having more people. And India needs to start having more people as entrepreneurs, as productioners, or as exporters. We need more exports. We need more exports, not imports. We need to cut out our imports. We need to loosen up our imports. We need to just possibly end our imports. And if we do that, our country will grow and prosper. And that's it for this video. If you do like this, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and please leave a comment down below too.